what I like about Tina. She's just so strong.
I think Tina's amazing.
I mean, she is everything that I'm not, basically.
What Tina did on the grid was incredible.
I love the fact like the grid is something that we haven't seen before.
The show was never meant to be about death.
Would I ever enter the grid? No, not at all.
But she was special because she had heart. Redefining strength. That's how the history books will remember Tina Marvin.
And I think a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of what she did. I mean, going into like a fake world that you don't know is fake. I mean, it's a virtual reality nightmare, except you, or just one, is not aware that they're actually asleep.
It was a perfect system. Groundbreaking technology. The greatest cash prize in TV history.
Originally, the game was set in the physical world, but the trials just weren't effective. We wanted an experience that was enveloping. That's where Merovingian Industries came in. They're the people behind TIVR.
Scared.
Total Immersive Virtual Reality. It really was a masterpiece of neurotechnology. It's populated with the candidates' deepest, darkest fears. And yet they have no idea that they're in a virtual world. I called it the grid. And all the candidate had to do was escape.
The way out, it's super simple. Like, you literally just focus on an exit and go through it. But problem is, like, by that point, people are just so shit scared that they kill themselves before they get to realising that, like, it's not real. And the more stressed out they get, the more opportunities the game gives them to kill themselves. Like Lucas Park, I mean, he lasted about 26 hours before he took the pills. It was pretty lame. That's why pretty much everyone dies, like, because it isn't entirely suicide. If you die in the grid.
Ethics. To quote Potter Stewart, knowing what you have a right to do and what is right to do was severely lacking.
Safety in the grid's non-existent, really. I mean, talking about grid safety is like talking about the health benefits of cocaine.
Contrary to what people may think, what some people may think, when her son came and approached me about being in the game, I was hesitant.
My job was assessing the suitability of the potentials. Psychologically, physically, emotionally. We ran every conceivable test. 99.9% were rejected at the application stage. Hunter made it through the physical, aptitude, and logic forms, but psychologically and emotionally, I gave the results to Faux Demas, along with my recommendation that Hunter Marvin not participate.
And that's when Faux fired you?
Yes.
Well, Larden is a fantastic doctor, but he differs on what makes a great potential. We don't want robots here. We want real people. We want real emotions.
It was pretty obvious, like, from very early on, that the producers wanted Tina to go in after Hunter. I mean, this was going to be like the TV event. You know, I mean, you can forget about the Super Bowl, like, forget the Black President, just forget everything else. Like, I mean, this was history.
Good morning. I'm live outside the studios of The Grid, where Seoul alumni Tina Marvin is preparing to re-enter this controversial game show to save her son Hunter. Now, there's a lot of rumors about the deep psychological damage caused to Tina during her first time on the show. And as you know, she tragically lost her husband Stephen when he tried to enter the game to save her. There's concerns from all sides regarding Tina's welfare and Hunter's. We're still awaiting a comment, so until that time, I'm Anna Pascal. I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
That's just suicide. I'm pure and simple. I mean, having two people in one grid, like, they're having their sort of fears and emotions combined. I mean, Oh, that's a whole different game.
No. I didn't think she would. But am I happy she did? Yeah, of course.
It's not just that I didn't want Tina to go in. I wanted to pull the plug on the whole damn thing. People have been lobbying for years to get this thing taken off the air, but somehow, I don't know.
I could have sold advertising space 1,000 times over. Tina's status just exploded from legend to goddess.
I mean, everything was stacked against her. Like when she came out of the grid the first time, like she was literally just like a shell, like no lights on, just nothing for months. So now the idea that she now has to go back in, like, she was terrified. I mean, there's no other word for it.
The grid is simply a case of mind over matter.
Thankfully, she realised that it was a game pretty fast, but she still had to really convince Hunter.
Tina finding Hunter is still the most watched moment in TV history.
It was great she found him, but then how do you explain to someone that their reality is fake? A game that, like, the millions of people are all watching at home.
Just, you gotta understand, the grid technology is deeply embedded into the candidate's psyche. Your real life no longer exists. All you know is the grid. All you remember is the grid.
Okay.
All you are
when I was a kid,
is the grid.
I used to imagine that Mr. Gulbenkian would turn into a zombie and come and get me. So, according to you... Oh, shit. We have to go.
Hunter, it's not real. It's not real.
I'm going to get us out of here.
How? By becoming a recluse and wearing pajama pants for 3 days straight?
You can punish me for your father. But I'm here.
It's your fault I'm here. This is your fault.
Hunter, I'm here.
You haven't been here since before. I had nothing. No one. You killed my dad. You killed my dad. You killed my dad.
Hunter had never forgiven Tina for his father dying on the grid trying to save her. So when he finally let it all out,
It's okay.
it was beautiful. Great television.
It's okay. It's okay.
All Hunt had to do now was escape, but then it all went weird. Like, he couldn't get out. And I'm like, what's going on?
Tina's own fear was causing the loop round. What a twist.
It's heartbreaking. Tina's fear, probably her deepest, the fear of losing him, was stopping Hunter from getting out.
You can't stay. You gotta go.
She had to let him go.
No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You're okay. Now go. Force to let go.
The grid's kind of haunted like by the candidates that have died in it. One of them was Stephen, Tina's husband.
I had no idea what he was going to do to her. You have to remember, this was groundbreaking. But had she died in the grid, it would have been somewhat poetic.
But when she stopped, I was like, what? Then I realised that she had to focus to get out. It was a miracle, frankly. And you know what? I just love that the doctor supported Tina and Hunter through the whole thing.
Tina Marvin, you were one exceptional woman.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, no one thought that they would make it.
I've got a couple of creations in the pipeline. I maintain it was a strong concept.
What always concerned me the most was not that people applied, but that people watched.